Hey guys, I just wanted to show you guys a bit of equipment that I recently added to the GoPro bag, the filming equipment that we use for the channel, for our main channel anyway, which there is a link for in the description if you're not subscribed to that one. So usually, you guys know how it is, you go onto eBay, you buy some cheap piece of crap and you think, yeah, that's pretty much what I expected, blah blah blah, it's probably going to end up in the bin in a week anyway, useless piece of shit. But in this instance, I've bought this and it's just blown me away with how awesome it is, and it's not even really being used at the moment for what it's designed for. So basically I wanted something to mount the GoPro to the bike in different places, just to get some different shots and make the footage a bit more interesting. Initially I bought this guy, it was about $10 delivered off eBay, and I was like, yeah, it's alright, but it's not great. It's got the tripod thread on the top, it clamps on, but say for example if I wanted to put it here on the crash bars, by the time I unscrew it and then wind it all the way back in with that thread and then clamp it, basically to get the camera straight, this bit of rod sticking out here is going to hit on the fairing, and it's just, yeah, it's not practical. So this thing's probably going to go in the bin. Also, you know, you can adjust the top of it, but because this part you can lift it up to rotate it, which is good, but it just means that the top's a bit floppy. It's not real stable. Anyway, that was okay. Then I saw this guy, the SmallRig, it's called SmallRig clamp. They make all sorts of camera gear. You see there it says SmallRig. Now it's actually designed to clamp onto like a vlogging camera and have your monitor on top, or stuff like that, and you can move it around. So basically for camera gear, but I saw that it had a clamp on the bottom, tripod thread on top. I thought, well, hell, why can't we use that to mount the GoPro to the bike? You know, there's no reason why not. And turns out that it does that beautifully. It's an awesome little bit of kit. It's all metal, all aluminium, I assume. Now starting at the bottom, as you can see, it closes up quite tight, and because it's threaded in both sides here, undoing it is really quite quick. It moves twice as fast, and you know, I can clamp it on there quite quickly and there's no bits sticking into the fairing or anything. And then you've got these double ball joints here which you can loosen off, and that allows it to rotate anywhere you want the damn thing. And then all you get on top is a normal tripod threaded mount, which you can use, you know, put one of these. You can get these off eBay quite cheap. They're just tripod to GoPro adapters. What I've got on there at the moment is just one of these, but I've just cut off the excess shit so that it looks a bit better, a bit more low profile and whatnot. So yeah, so you can then, you know, you've got your adjustment here if you need a bit of extra tilt on it. So to mount the camera here, you know, you can put it up high like that if you want, or if you want it out to the side more, or you know, if you want it sticking right out, you can get the ultra wide angle like that. Now once you tighten that up, it's rock solid, man. It's a great little bit of kit. Just ask Nat, I've been raving on about this thing all the time. I'm just so impressed with it, like for the price too. I'll put links in the description for this. You can get them on Amazon or eBay or whatever, but I'll put some links in the description. I paid $18 delivered for the whole thing, which I thought was a steal for what it is and the quality of it. It's just brilliant. So even thinner type bars, it'll mount on there, no worries. Clamps up quite small. Tighten it on there, no problem. Spin it this way, that way, whatever. It'll even go on these mirror stems. No problem. How cool is that? It's so versatile, honestly. It'll clamp to flat surfaces too if you wanted to stick it on a rack or whatever. Spin this around. like that. You know, it's just great. And what I was doing before was using this little tripod. You can get these off eBay too. They're about $12, or they were. Little telescopic plastic tripod. The base extends like that. That's quite handy, and as a selfie stick sort of thing for doing vlogging, you know, quite handy. But turns out you can use this anyway. So this pretty much replaces that as well. And we were using that tripod to set up the camera on the track to get ride-by shots. Haven't done those for a while, but we were looking at starting to do that again. Now obviously you can do it with this. Stick on the ground here. Just a quick clamp on. You can clamp it to a rock, whatever. You know, even something like this. You know, just for a temporary quick mount. Do your ride-by shots. It's great. So if any of you guys that do videos, and I don't know how useful it'd be for an actual proper enduro or dirt bike. You don't have that many solid mounting points on those, but being that we're using the GoPro 7s that have that hyper smooth stabilization, it doesn't matter too much if it's not a super solid mounting point. So you've got to do a spot down here. I did a bit of footage like this in our last video. Bit of rear facing stuff. On this sort of bike the possibilities are pretty endless. What I would recommend if you do use something like this is get yourself a little tether. So what I've just got, I've got a little bit of string that's actually passed through that metal bar, that the hinge of the GoPro door. That's the best place to put to tether it. And having that on there, it doesn't rattle if you're using it as a selfie stick. Like if you had something like that hanging on there, it rattles and ruins your audio. But just having that bit of string on there is fine. And then just another bit of string attached to a carabiner, and then, you know, you just find a spot to whack it on, and there you go. Because when I'm up on the bike, I can't actually see that camera down there, and if it falls off, it'll be a long time before I notice that it's gone. But at least with that, if it gets knocked off or whatever, it's not going to go too far. Now that will, just be aware that if you use this setup, that will rattle on there. You can sort of do that, or what I found to be a good solution is just clip that in underneath the little thumb screw there, and that doesn't rattle there, but it still does its job. Anyway, yeah, there you have it, guys. The SmallRig clamp mount ball doobie thingy. I can't remember exactly what they call it, but as I said, I'll put some links in the description. But yeah, I've tested this thing on a couple of rides now. Just make sure you do the bottom clamp up nice and tight. It will come loose if you don't nip it up nice and tight. One thing I will say about this, it weighs about 200 grams, so it's not going to be suitable for mounting to your helmet unless you don't mind having that much weight on there, plus the weight of the camera, of course. Yeah, it being solid metal, it is sturdy and a little bit heavy, so yeah, not ideal for helmet mounting, but if you're on a bike anywhere, perfect. But other than that, it's great. I'll give it 2 thumbs up. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one. See if I can even attach this thing to a street sign. It does go pretty wide. Oh, just about, not quite, but you know what, oh, hang on up there, good enough for a drive-by shot, unless nobody comes by and wonders what the hell I'm doing.